Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Superwoman Wellness, where you know I'm determined to bring you back to your superpowered self. Today, we are going to talk just for a few minutes on a topic near and dear to my heart: hair loss. How many of you are suffering from hair loss? It seems to be an epidemic, honestly. More and more women I meet are struggling with this, and it really, really affects our self esteem. I know this firsthand because it's honestly my story. I was 20, 28, and started losing hair probably a few years prior to that, but didn't really realize it because I was busy, I was in my head, and kind of really honestly not wanting to acknowledge what was happening to me. Has that ever happened to you before, where you know something's going on, but there's a lot of shame and guilt with accepting and owning that something could be shifting or changing? Well, that was me. And so I just kept working, ignored all the signs and symptoms that something was wrong. Hair, after all, is one of our vital signs. And sure enough, it got worse. It got worse to the point where you could kind of see right up here in the crown, there was all this patchiness through here, and you could see in there. And my patients, I was working in the emergency room at the time, and my patients, instead of talking and looking at me, right, making eye contact here, were instead staring at my scalp. And I just became more and more self-conscious. I started getting dressed in the dark, hated going out. I was single at the time and then started dating. And it was actually my husband who said something and was like, you know what? I think something's wrong. I think you're beautiful, but I don't think this type of hair loss is normal. You probably should get checked out. And my mom sort of backed him up, and off I went, making doctor's appointments. But that journey didn't turn out so well. So I went to probably 4 to 5 different specialists. And as you guys all know, doctor's appointments take time. So each one was an investment, a chunk of time, a chunk of energy. And I walked out with little to no answers, or just this feeling of despair, especially when one particular renowned dermatologist looked at me and said quite clearly, sweetheart, if you don't do something, you're going to be bald in a couple of years. Well, I don't know about you, but nobody wants to hear that at the ripe old age of 28. And I was desperate. He prescribed a medication. I took the medication. It had consequences and side effects, one of which was it dropped your blood pressure pretty significantly, and I ended up crashing my car. So at the end of that little journey, realizing that I could have hurt myself or hurt somebody else on the road, I realized I had to take this into my own hands. And that's really what began my journey into integrative, holistic, and functional medicine. I hate telling this story sometimes because I'm like, oh my God, it was all about my hair. But my hair was my warning sign. It was one of my vital signs. It was a sign of my qi, as they talk about in Chinese medicine, that was declining due to a number of different factors, many of which play into what my patients are experiencing today with their loss of hair and losing hair and not feeling good about themselves. So I wanted to tackle this topic and break it down for you guys. I don't know if many of you understand how complex hair loss is. First of all, there are many different types. There is the type where we just lose from everywhere. There's the type that's very distinct. You lose in a very small circle, and that's alopecia. There is stress hair loss, where it's just falling out because there was a stressful event. There's traction alopecia, where we're, kind of pulling on it all the time, where it's getting styled a lot or teased a lot, and that's making it fall out. But again, there are all these different types of hair loss. So the first step, whenever we're talking about hair loss, is to try to figure out what type you have. And so again, if you're losing from everywhere, that's generalized hair loss, that's diffuse hair loss. If you're losing typically from the crown, that's called androgenetic alopecia, and it's very much tied to the androgens, which are testosterone and DHEA and some of these hormones. If your hair is getting brittle and drier, that could be partly hormonal, but it's also related to nutrition and nutritional deficiencies, like not having enough B vitamins, magnesium, or healthy fats. And then again, if you've recently had a baby, you can have a massive loss of hair, or if you've had a disease, you can have a big loss of hair. Even a stressful event can trigger that. And that's a different type of hair loss called telogen effluvium. So you want to identify the type of hair loss you're experiencing. And once you have your finger on that, it's really important to get and acknowledge the fact that you need help and that you need an expert who can help you navigate all of this. So here's what I like to do when someone comes to me talking about their hair and concerned about their hair. We absolutely want to check all the key markers of health. So where's your nutrition? What's happening there? Do you have any of those deficiencies that we just mentioned? If you guys want a cheat sheet, here's my cheat sheet. So being low in magnesium, being low in iron, low in vitamin D, low in fats, those are all some of the common nutritional deficiencies. Low protein. All of these will contribute to hair loss, especially the type of hair loss where the hair gets really brittle, it thins down, and then in turn it falls out.